What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Coach Black, your internet relationship and breakup coach. Today's topic: why no contact makes your ex obsess over you even more. The thing about no contact is that it can feel like a bad decision, because when your ex chooses to walk away from you, for most of us, you have an inkling to want to fix and solve the problem immediately. You want to call them, you want to text them, you want to express your feelings so that you can pull them closer to you. And so going into no contact and staying away can feel like you're making a grave mistake, and you're only going to push your ex further away. They're going to forget about you. They're going to find someone new and start to date them. They're going to give them everything that they once promised to give to you. So for most of us, no contact is extremely difficult, and you're not going to want to do it. You want to solve the problem right away, as quickly as possible. The thing about breakups you have to understand is that, one, a breakup is not a problem to solve. It is just the reality of the present moment that you have to accept. You can't get angry at the weather, because that's what the weather does. It changes. Sometimes it's gonna rain and sometimes it's gonna snow. Relationships are the same way. There's a constant ebb and flow, and things have to change and evolve, or else we will remain stagnant. So a breakup is simply the reality of the present moment, and you have to accept it. It is not a problem to solve. But most importantly, a lot of people feel like no contact and being silent is like doing nothing. You're not taking any action to solve this very important problem in your life. You just lost the love of your life. You lost someone important. So naturally, you want to solve the problem right away. I get that. The reality is, you cannot make your ex change their mind by taking more aggressive action. And I'm going to explain that further. But before we go any further, I'll ask that you like the video right now if you enjoy the topic. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any video that I release on this channel. It truly does mean a lot, and liking the video costs you nothing, but it really does help to get this content out to other people who need it. Now here's the thing. No contact is not doing nothing. It is a clear communication. Silence is an action, even though it's not an aggressive action, but it is doing something. Silence is a language. Think about it. There's a reason they say 85% of communication is nonverbal. You don't have to say words to your ex for them to understand and feel where you are coming from. And the truth of the matter is, your ex needs to feel like they have lost you to ever want to come back. So your ex right now is coming from a place of total certainty about you. Total certainty that you will always be an option. And what that does is, think about going to a job at a company and you get your paycheck every Friday, but you get to spend your money, your paycheck, you go partying, go to the clubs, you buy new clothes, new shoes, and you do all of those things without even thinking about your bills, but you still have the same amount somewhere in your bank account. For whatever reason, the more you spend, you still have that guaranteed amount still waiting for you in your bank account. See, most people would be reckless. They wouldn't think about how they're spending their money. They wouldn't really care that, okay, well, I have this bill due or that bill due, because they have the safety and security of the money that is stashed away in their bank account. And that is the role that you play. When you continue to reassure your ex with text messages and phone calls and asking how they're doing, naturally they become that employee that is going to waste and spend their money doing silly and crazy things, because they know the backup will always be there. So no contact and silence is a language. You are expressing to your ex that you will never be a backup. You are not an option. And actually, you are coming from a place of abundance. It's very important for you to be an abundant person, because that takes away the fear and anxiety that you have in your body. If you're constantly thinking that, oh, I have to do something to make my ex choose me, I have to do something to make them like me, then you will constantly be like a hamster in a wheel, constantly chasing your ex but going nowhere. You have to be coming from a place of abundance and utter belief in the fact that your life will be just fine with or without your ex. And being silent is the quickest way to actually reverse the roles between you and your ex. You need to now have certainty about yourself and your future, and the fact that you will attract someone amazing to you. And your ex needs to lose all of that certainty, and they need to become anxious about losing you. Because if they haven't heard from you for 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, eventually those thoughts that you once had is what they will start to think. Oh, I wonder if she's dating someone else. I wonder if she's met someone better than me. I wonder if he is dating someone else, if he's happy without me. All of those questions that are plaguing you in the beginning will start to plague your ex once they notice that you are not doing anything to save the relationship. So I need you to understand this. What silence does is that it eventually makes your ex anxious about losing you. And that is when they start to obsess about getting your attention. Okay, how do I make her react to me? How do I get her to call or text me? Now you might start getting phone calls from random numbers, or maybe they even go as far as texting you like, hey, I just wanted to check on you. It is a test, and you should not fall for it. All right, allow them to feel the anxiety, and you'll know when your ex is anxious. When you start to sense anger in their text messages, when they start to double text or triple text you, and I talk to clients who deal with this all the time, they are starting to feel the shift and they don't like it. That shift makes them uncomfortable because now they've spent all their money and now they realize that, oops, there's no more money in the bank account. There's no security. There's no emergency fund. There's no safety blanket. You're gone. And now they're chasing after you to get that safety back. All right. And this is what makes them obsess over you. Now they're chasing you for your attention, your validation. And for them, now it becomes increasingly important. All right. That's what happened. Picture if you had no money, but you had rent to pay, because love and matters of the heart is one of our core desires as human beings. So if your ex is realizing they don't have you and they've squandered all of their money, they're going to start to chase you. I hope you understand where I'm coming from with this. So silence is a language. Do not be afraid of losing them. In the present moment, they are gone and you need to accept that. That's fine. But like I said, relationships change. It's a constant ebb and flow. And right now your ex is on a high and you're on a low, but the roles are bound to reverse. That's almost for certain. You just need to be patient. So silence is taking action. Trust the process, never fear, and allow your ex to be the one to come to you. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and you haven't already, be sure to like it. I appreciate it. Like I said, it costs you nothing. Also, subscribe to the channel. I'm pleased and thrilled to have you here. If you have any thoughts, comments, or concern, go ahead and drop them below. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, the quickest way to do so is to click the first link in description and we can talk about your situation and what you're going through. Lastly, if you want to make a donation to me, I appreciate it. Go ahead and send a super thanks and make a donation in proportion to the value that you got from this video. I truly do appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.